Hey, hey, it's your boy Black Pedro right here popping in. We're just gonna start the show like that. This is Savage AF, y'all. It's gonna be a Dro solo edition. I just found out, so we going through it. We about to do it. Break a leg out there, Shanga Dang. He is my co-host. He's not here with me today. He's going to be. He has an audition, so break a leg, brother. And it conflicts with this time. But we are here, Savage AF, live for you. And the we is just me today, so don't think that I think there's more than one me here. But Savage AF is the show. We're here for you live on YouTube and Facebook at the same damn time, Monday through Friday. Now, we have switched it up recently, and now we are on at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday. So same time every day. It is hump day. I see y'all out there. Thank y'all for building in the building. Let me do shout outs real quick. Bronda, I see you. Queen B, Ev Gatlin. That's a hard ass name, girl. We love it. Queen B. Maya Baker's in here. Zenat, Damani. Thank y'all for being here. Stick with me, y'all. Drill Solo Edition, Savage AF. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. Okay, so Shang got shit to do. Break a leg, brother, out there. I totally understand that. So we keep it pushing though. If you ever miss us live, oh shit, I forget when he's not here that I have to do more than just talk. But if you ever miss us live, first of all, I hope a donkey kicks you in your butthole. Just to teach you a lesson for missing us live. But if you ever do, there is redemption in the form of our YouTube channel, youtube.com/C/SavageAFWorld, all one word. And it is scrolling at the bottom of the screen for those who are watching. Make sure you get on there. Make sure you, when you get there, that you're doing all of this shit. So make sure you're subscribing, notifying by clicking the bell, giving thumbs up on the episodes. And, it helps. We love to have you here live. But, the reason we like to do it on YouTube specifically is because, you do get that archive of all the episodes there on the channel. So, it's a plethora of entertainment hours you could spend with myself and Shang, or sometimes just Shang, or sometimes just me. But either way, Savage AF, baby. You know what it is. Also very important, you see it at the bottom of the screen. I'm not even going to throw a graphic up, but on Instagram at Black Pedro, I want you to know that 13 comedians die per minute due to a lack of following on Instagram. Okay, help save lives. Follow Black Pedro. Follow comedian Shang. Okay, you know what it is, man. Oh, Queen B, is your mom's is your mom's birthday? Well, happy birthday to your moms out there, girl. We're here for you. Phenom, I see you. She's plethora that she got that. Okay. That was for you. That was the word of the day for her. All right. Thank you for being here. Let me just get into it. Stop babbling by myself. These always feel like video diaries. Like I'm some 14-year-old trying to figure out their life. Today was hard. Fuck out of here. Savage AF, man. This is your daily run up Wednesday, June 15th, 2022. Speaking of June 15th, I do have one last thing to remind you guys about. And this is it for today, y'all. Tonight, live in Hollywood, Shang and I will be at the Hollywood Laugh Factory, Sunset Boulevard, baby. Come get some of these bright lights in. It's a 7:30 show. Gonna be great. Like, I'm really excited about this show. So, love the venue. It's world famous. Can't be beat. Holler at me, inbox me if you want to. If you, nah, I think we might actually close the guest list at this point, but go to the website, man. Come through. It's worth it. Savage AF, y'all. All right, this is your run up because we had a kind of show that will run up on your ass. What? Yeah, wake up. All right, June 15th, 2022, year of your Lord. Looks like we're just gonna end with a pop in. What the fuck? Oh, here, yeah. So we're gonna end with a Black Pedro popping because we don't have Shang here today. Okay, sorry. So no, we're gonna contain our Shanger for another day. Tomorrow, that is. I'm definitely not buying a Tesla. Let's talk about it. But Black Pedro is definitely not buying a Tesla. Before we get into that, though, the heat is on. Was that the point of this? It's on the street. No, that 80s. There's a massive heat wave sweeping across America right now, and let's talk about it because I think we've been talking about it, but this is evidence in nature. But before we get into that, I pocket check, homie. Hey, homie, let me check your pockets. It's basically what the Feds just did. They raised the interest rates by 3/4 of a percentage point, which doesn't sound like much, but apparently we're all about to be broke as shit. Nobody's gonna be able to buy a house. Whatever. We're all about to catch on fire. It won't matter anyways. There's no water. But before we get into that, y'all, again, June 15th, 2022 is the day. We're gonna start off a little something like this.
Motherfucker say what? Yeah. Motherfucker say what? Say yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now that's a critical question that you always have to ask in life. I think my pop in yesterday was watch these white people. You just got to watch them, man. And you have a county commissioner in New Mexico, some rural county, small town hick shit, but the action itself is significant. He's refusing to certify the election results in his county. And I will say that the Secretary of State in New Mexico asked the state Supreme Court to order him to comply and certify. And apparently that order just went out moments ago. So, things are in motion to make him do his job. But, I was talking about how they're trying to get people like this into more positions like this. Miss Adverb, I see you in the building. So, they're trying to get people like him in positions like this to do exactly this, not certifiable election results so they can prop up the results that they want. Do I have his name? Sorry. I got a little thrown by I kind of found out last minute Shane wasn't gonna be here, so I didn't my prep is a little different in those situations. But yeah, let me see if I can pull his name up real quick. He's in Otero County. What's his name? Sorry, I can't find his name right now. He's also a founding member of Cowboys for Trump. So yeah, that's promising to have people in position like that. What's this fucking guy's name? Boom. Sorry, I'm totally slipping on this, and I just want to call him out just because he's a fucking piece of shit. But he's a cowboy for Trump, and he's out here, trying to not certify. And these are the primary election results that just occurred there, right? So, and yeah, Cowboys for Trump does sound a little LGBT. Miss Adverb, I agree. It's the whole cowboy thing. I think it's with the what's the group, the YMCA, those guys that once the Cowboys in that group, like they gave a stigma to a lot of different professions all at once. What's the name of the group that sings YMCA? Vill- Village People? Is that it? Help me out, y'all. You see, I'm struggling out here. God damn. Let's get back to Village People. Hey, I got it. Um, so yeah, this dude, Otero County, New Mexico. I'm looking at it as a he's a harbinger of things to come, right? Of events to occur. Like we're gonna see more guys and women like this who are going to openly, buck the system. Like really, just their whole purpose in being there is to not follow the system as it's supposed to be and to just do their thing, right? So yeah, let's keep our eyes open on this shit, right? Sabotage is a good word there, Queen Bee. They're there to sabotage the system. They're saboteurs. Undermine. There you go. All right. Playing word games now. But that's the reality. So I'd like us all to be aware. Now, when we see this stuff, I will be talking about it. So because it is important. And some of us may live in or near areas that are like this, or maybe led by people like this. And my best advice in those situations would be to run, get the fuck out of town, man. Find more Negroes and live with them. We'll take turns keeping watch at night. But in reality, these small little rural places, you let enough of that build up, it becomes the bigger ripples in this political pond that can and are intended to have national ramifications, right? So, and this is how we've kind of gotten to this, you know, very conservative led place. I believe in America, even though we have a Democratic president right now. I think America's for a while been led from this very conservative place, even in their ability to just, you know, not do anything when they're not in power or whatever. Like Bitch McConnell, or when they are in power, like they just won't do shit. You know, like they fuck it. We ain't gonna, if we not gonna get it our way, we're not gonna do shit. And we focus on getting judges, and then we'll build up from the roots of racism all the way up to the tree where we hang them from. So yeah, this is, we have to keep watch on this shit, because this conservative led place that we are in, it's deadly for us. It really is. And I mean us, all of us. But in reality, for democracy as well, right? Whatever ideal we hold up as democracy, and we weren't running a perfect version um, prior to that, prior to these current times, or prior to Trump, anyways. Trumpty Dumpty, MAGAism. But that is what is at stake, is the notion, the idea of democracy. And we're supposed to be best at it, never really have done it right, as we know, right? We know. But this level of activity would even be bad for white people. And if that doesn't scare you, goddamn it, America, then I don't know what to tell you. Okay. White people are in trouble, is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. So this way, black people, you could tune out to this. I just realized this shit ain't really for you. We've been knowing this. My bad. Didn't mean to waste your time. Bring a white friend into the room right now. And if you don't have one handy, goddamn it, you're slipping. Somebody got to talk to the cops. But tell your white friends out there, man, they're in trouble. You guys, they are. That shit's in trouble. Not all, because during Nazism, not all in Germany, not all white people were just having fun under Nazism. Like, that was some bullshit. They make you get up early and do calisthenics and shit, and they was Aryan race building. So it's a tough job. You couldn't just chill in Nazi Germany, even if you were white. So white people, look out, man. You let these hillbillies run you if you want to, but we've been through that, right, folk? So I think we're done with that one. Um, but speaking of hillbilly shit, that just takes us back to the original topic of that we're on right now. Is that we have a county commissioner in New Mexico who is being ordered by the state Supreme Court at this point to certify the election results. By the way, um, his unwillingness to certify the election stems strictly from his distrust of the Dominion voting machines. The ones that were being controlled by Italian satellites, or it's like to manipulate votes. Like, he's on the Dominion voting shit, dude. Cowboy for Trump believes that the machines are evil or some shit, and that's why he won't certify it. So, you know, this, these moves are meant to take over politically because most of us ain't ready for some fight in the streets, anyways, right? So, you know, that's why it is important for us to participate in the voting process and in areas where we can make sure that we get the best candidate for the greater good of a greater number of people, right? Like, Black people, you have to participate in the voting process. I know it doesn't feel like it works because it doesn't, but you can't prove that until you use it. But in reality, we can keep well, we have to work to keep people like this out of, like, this New Mexico commissioner, county commissioner. We have to keep people like this out of office, right? Out of the position of power. You can't give them power. Can't just let them have it. And political power that's why we keep losing in America. It's all legislated. It's laws that hold us back all the time, right? So, and empowered by it, which empowers people, but it's the legislation that has subjugated Black people, indigenous people, Latinos, in this country. It's always the words on paper. So, and the people who wrote those words, and so that's what our vote does. So, participate, y'all. That's your motherfucker say what today. Speaking of laws and federal shit now, and I'll admit, as we get into this,
Pocket check, homie. Hey, turn them inside out, cuz. Let me see what you got.
by the way, if you're ever in LA and one of them niggas, like, you get that voice, like,
Hey, excuse me.
don't turn around, just run, just run. They're always the most dangerous guys, trust me. Hey, big dog. Like, sometimes those guys are soft, but
Hey, this nigga right here, that's the nigga you don't want to fuck with. What? What?
but the feds ran up on us, y'all. Now, I'll admit, I have to say that I don't. And sorry, it's hard for me to check the comment section as much when I'm by myself because, yeah, man, I'm trying to talk and think and push buttons and shit, and when Shang talks, then I can check the comment section and listen to him, but it's hard for me to do all of this at once. Phenom Brown said he and all like him should be certified as crazy, unfit for office. They like a cult, exactly. So please, we have to keep people out of office, man. I'll admit, as we get into this, that I'm not, the greatest or strongest economist of any kind. So, I'm going to fumble my way through this as best I can. But interest rates have been risen. They haven't been risen this much, and again, it's by 0.75% that the Federal Reserve, is raising the interest rate. And what that does is makes it more expensive to get home loan, an auto loan. If you have credit card debt, your interest rate is going to go up. Okay. As I understand it best I can by reading a bit and watching some stuff, is that this is in an attempt to cool the economy down. So we have a supply demand issue going on, right? A lot of money got passed out. um, and people have gone out and spent it or used it, and it has pushed and stressed out our supply chain, right? Because demand is up. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Let's get it, get it, get it. The streets are calling my name. Uh, uh, so, you know, as demand has gone up, we've had supply issues up the wazoo. Now you got the uh, Russian invasion of Ukraine, which is creating another supply crunch. Um, you know, demand is too high. Gas prices are up because we need more gas than we are able to produce on our own right now. So they say. Uh, thank you, Phenom Brown, for your understanding. I appreciate that. Nadia TV, welcome as well. Uh, so they're raising the interest rates to try and cool the economy down. Well, what does that mean? So basically, that's to by making everything more expensive to do. They're basically saying, sit your ass down, stay home while we restock the shelves. You know what I mean? Like everybody sit the fuck down. I can't get you all your t-shirts at once. Okay. So sit the fuck down. And it, you know, so basically they're trying to curb spending and trying to curb demand right now. So we can build supply back up. And that's my most basic understanding of what this raising means. But, you know, and I used to be a guy that's like, oh, who gives a shit? But, you know, a little older now, have some responsibilities, and you know this stuff starts to make sense. And you know, you see the gas prices. I paid $7.45 the other day. I put $40 in and got like a third of a tank or some shit. And it was like, yeah, bro. You know, I don't have to drive much, luckily, in my daily life in LA. But it ain't gonna work like this. I'll tell you that. Goddamn $40 used to get me like 3/4 of a tank. You know what I mean? I could almost get the full off of that. So yeah. You know, I'm starting to feel these crunches, and so stuff like this becomes more interesting to me. The raising of the federal interest rate. So that's it. That's where we're at. This is America's solution to where we are economically currently is sit your ass down again. All right, you got to get to work, whatever. Okay, cool. But like, just stop buying shit for a minute, so I can make some shit for you to buy. I think that's what's going on. But for those of you who do have a mortgage, it's going to be expensive. It's going to be more expensive than it was. It was all good just a week ago. But to get, you know, to get that loan now of any kind, home, auto, your business, all of this stuff is going to be more expensive. And you know, that's going to discourage growth, to be honest, and it's going to discourage a lot of people from making moves that they may have planned to make. So I'm throwing this out here just for those who may be even like me and not, you know, as enlightened about, you know, financial stuff like this. And again, I know I gave no sort of expert um, explanation of this, but again, it was my best understanding. But you know, for those of you who you know are planning to do things like that, it's you know, just account for this. You know, I'm not trying to discourage anybody at all. That is not my point. But you know, these back to the drawing board, or let's, you know, make sure you understand that this is going to be more expensive. And there was one talking head who said this, you know, could last for up to or as long as a year. So you know, don't plan on any relief from this anytime soon. So it seems like a more long-term problem, and has already turned out to be more of a long-term problem than the Biden administration projected and basically sold to us. So swing and a miss on that one, just a bit outside. But yeah, we're gonna, buckle up in for a little tough economic ride for those who are out here riding the economics. Um, I tell you, one group that won't be affected is it's hobo hoes, rich bum bitches. You know what I'm saying? They'll be fine. Uh, AJ Fit, welcome to it, brother. He says on. Let me see. Let me throw you up there. Ooh, what's going on here? Why it's not? Oh, there we go. Own my house, and you might as well rent because you still have to pay on land that you own a house uh, on that, and it still comes out to paying rent. So I think what AJ is basically trying to say is that, like, at this point, home ownership. Well, actually, if you're saying that home ownership and rent are about the same, then you should still go for home ownership. It's how I've been taught or and led to understand is that is the point of home ownership, right? Is that I kind of got a little confused by the comment, AJ, but sorry, bro. Get back at me. Always welcome. But um, but we might be in a situation where, or heading towards a situation where renting is your only option because that mortgage might be slightly unattainable now, due to the heavier interest rates. Um, man, I was late in my 20s before I even really understood what interest was, man. Like I'm not a financially minded person. Like I have worked hard over the past like year or two to try to understand stuff more and invest and get involved in that. But inherently, I'm not financial savvy, stock market, interest stuff. So I was like, what is interest? That sounds interesting. Once I realized what it was, I was like, wait, they charge you for money? They charge you money for money? That's interesting. Shit, I wouldn't have thought of that. Because where you gonna get money from if you need to borrow money? I don't know. Whatever. Like I said, not a banker over here. Okay, but I know a shit ton of them, and a lot of them are assholes. So I can see why they would charge you money for money. Um. So watch your pockets, y'all. If you're making that move, understand it's a heavier move to make right now. Ooh, speaking of heavy moves, a lot of people in the Midwest, from everywhere to Phoenix to all the way up to like Detroit and DC, where like there is this massive heat wave that is waving its entire ass across America right now. And we were talking about the grid and power supply and things like that, and it's going. It's already being tested. There was an outage in Detroit, and they had to cancel some shit, something fairly major. I can't remember what, but it's like 102 degrees today in Detroit. And I mean, we have hot summers or whatever. Like it gets humid, but I mean, usually not this early. It's like 99 degrees in Chicago. Phoenix is off the chain. So uh, just and we've been talking about this. We were talking about Yellowstone yesterday. And the more snow is going to melt from that, and just that water is going to keep running. Um, oh, I see what AJ's saying. So I think was in this is in a housing situation where your house, the mortgage on your house is separate from the land that the house is on. I'm also not a real estate person at all either, so
I don't understand none of this shit, man. I'm just out here trying to live, America.
um, yeah, that all that is way too. I rent. I got strangers' cat. Well, she's not stranger. My roommate's cats. I don't even own the cats. And the cat and the cat's not even here to back me up. God damn it, goddamn cats. Uh, Miss Afro, what you making fun of? I can't even keep up with you. Oh, she clarifies it for me. Okay, he's saying the tax on land is the same as rent. Oh, yeah, that would be a frustrating situation. Then I get it now. Okay, he has to pay property tax. Okay, yeah, and then Detroit got fucked like that when the housing market crashed, and like the city never adjusted the property taxes based on these new lowered values of homes. Um, so yeah, you could get a home for $3,500 in Detroit. Yeah, you could, but then your property tax gonna be $2,300 goddamn dollars. You know what I mean? Like that, and in those areas, like in LA, those sound like dream numbers. Like I'd love to pay that little, but there that's an exorbitant amount of money to pay on property taxes for a house that is not valued over. Um, yeah, so whatever, man. Again, not a real estate guy, but it won't matter. All that shit's about to catch on fire. It's so goddamn hot. Now we're okay in LA. It's temperate, probably in the 80s or some shit. And we're right off that Pacific coast, so a nice breeze comes through here. I am going to check the weather app though. It's 77 degrees. It just dropped to 76. So yeah, it feels good out here. I checked with Mom's today because she's in Vegas, but Vegas is in part of this heat wave right now. But you don't even call it a heat wave in Vegas. It's just called Vegas, man. It's about to get asshole hot. So I do worry about these grid issues. I can't have my 75-year-old mother in a 112-degree house with no AC, just cooking like a fried egg. Like, no, that's not gonna work, bro. So, although they do have a nice pool in their community, so there would be some respite. But then the whole community would be in the pool, turned into a pool of death. Motherfuckers fighting over resources and shit. And we don't want to get there, man. That's it. We do not want to get there. All right. So I am really on a mission to figure out solar for my mom and a battery wall situation, so she can be off the grid and not have to deal with that. But I hope none of you are actually in areas that are affected by this current wave. And I don't know. I'm not sure how long it's supposed to last or projected to last. But there are some power outage situations going on across the nation already. I will say that the other night I came home from work and realized that the just my side of the street was out of power. And there was a work truck in the middle of the street doing whatever they needed to do. But when I came home the other night, there was absolutely no power in my house, and my phone battery was low because it's been out all day or whatever, and didn't charge it. And was totally planning on charging it when I got home. Luckily, I have one external battery or whatever, power charger, so I was able to use that, get some juice there. But you can't. I had to use a match to light the stove if I wanted to do that. You could still get gas going, but there's like shit's not gonna work. No hot water. It was only by the time we woke up, everything was fine. But it's one of those moments where I was just like, oh man, like life without this stuff will be a pain in the goddamn dick hole, man. Because we have these amenities that we take for granted, but like without power, like you're back to a life that you've never even been to. You got to get to some ancestral shit, like harness the sun to make fire and use that to boil your clothes so you can hang, and then use the wind to dry that. Nigga, y'all niggas ain't out here wind harnessing. Better get off this grid, man. Use some of this wind and some of this sun heat to heat your home. now AJ just yelling at the whole state for for not doing the yard work. Hey, I didn't mean to bring up a sensitive subject, brother. I'm sorry, man. I was just trying to figure out the real estate thing. But yeah, in all seriousness, if you have elderly people, if you're in these areas and during these heat waves, because they're gonna keep happening, and you have like elderly people around you, make sure you check on them and take care of them, because that they are extremely vulnerable in high heat situations without relief. Um, and the same goes for small children. First of all, watch how you address me, Miss Aver. Pedro, ain't you black and Indian? I mean, I'm so many more things than that. And my name is Pedro Hernandez. So I'm black and white. I mean, ultimately, my mother's side on her father's side is from Spain. So, yeah, Spanish. That's just Spanish for white. European, I got some in me. He made me tell my truth. But my grandfather's from Trinidad, but his father was from Venezuela. Yeah, they probably had some you know native stuff mixed in there by that point, but Hernandez still is Spanish as shit. How'd this become a therapy session for me? A 23andMe with Black Pedro. Yeah. Watch out for the vulnerable people. Babies are vulnerable. Older people are vulnerable during these heat waves, and obviously take care of yourself. You know, the heat ain't no joke, man. You get caught out in the sun for it's some real shit. That shit will fucking kill your ass. Black, white, it really don't matter. If you in the sun too long, it will goddamn beat your ass. You understand me? All right, man. I'm gonna keep it pushing. I'm gonna wrap this one up because like I said, these feel like these video diaries that some alien race is gonna find and be like, they were weird.
Hey, 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 it's your boy Black Pedro, popping in, hey, 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 with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'.
It's me pop. This me popping. See, I can't really pop. I'm terrible at that same old two step. That's what I should really stick to. It's your boy Black Pedro with another popping to let you know what's popping. I've been popping the whole show. It's just me, man. Yeah, definitely not buying a Tesla. First of all, people are dying in them. Okay, just they crashing in the shit in the Tesla. So yeah, I don't need no highly intelligent death wagon taking me 3 miles to work. I'm starting to rethink this whole automated driving thing. It sounds cool, but I'm like, maybe we'll just update the driver's training manual or something. But still think it might be better with like humans doing it. I don't know. Because every science fiction film is fucking tells us that once you let the machines think, nigga, they gonna kill us. It's the only thing that makes sense. They always try and kill us to save the earth, to stop the heat waves. It's us, nigga. I'm not getting a Tesla though. All right. My girl JB, y'all know her, RVA Gourmet. She sent me something today, a clip of old devil himself, the Satan, Ron Dickhead DeSantis, governor of Florida. He's at a press conference, and I guess Elon Musk like tweeted out there or said somewhere publicly, whatever, that he would consider voting for DeSantis for president in 2024. And when DeSantis basically was asked how he felt about that, he was like, Well, I encourage support from. He was like, yeah, I encourage support from African Americans, and a bunch of white people around. They all chuckled because Elon is has colonizer roots. He's born colonizer. Is he South African? Like one of the worst examples of it. So that's a good old African American joke. Get it? Because he's white. Oh my god. Oh my god. um, but beyond, I already hated Ron DeSantis. I didn't really have any feelings about Elon Musk other than don't really trust billionaires like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he has Bond villain vibes about him. Mads Mikkelsen should play him when they do the movie and just make it feel evil. Um, but yeah, man, this gave me a reason to actually hate Elon Musk. Just the notion that he would vote for Ron DeSantis for president of the United States in 2024. I was like, you know what, man? Fuck you and your death wagons, your robotic can opener, human crushers. Fuck all of that. Your AI. Allen Iverson is the intelligence we need. Okay, not your cars. We talking about practice. I'm reading one of AJ's comments here. What you talking about now? Black man was awarded $15 million if he takes it because of racist coworkers. Judge gave him a week to decide. Oh yeah, I think this was the case where a dude who worked at Tesla was has a suit about the racial conditions there. There you go. Well, that was a great reason to hate Elon. Thank you. A reminder there, AJ. I kind of tuned him out, but yeah, let's build up all the reasons why we should hate Elon Musk. Racist company, and then this new shit. He loves Ron DeSantis apparently. So just because they're billionaires doesn't mean they're smart. 5-year-old Tesla case, is it? Okay, thanks, AJ. Appreciate that. Miss Adverb's going in. He eats raw live breech babies. Oh my god. He does kind of look like that though. Like it looked like he, like if you were James Bond and he invited you to dinner, and then like a platter would come down with one of the dome on it, and then the servant with the white gloves would pull it up, and it'd be like a little curled up baby with like grill lines on it, and he'd like pop the eye out and dip it in some sauce. Do one of those, and you'd just be like, this nigga is eating babies. Yeah, Elon kind of looks like that. Miss Adverbs just keeps adding different live black babies that are breech. Stop, you poet. Yeah, so that's my Elon. That's not how I feel about Elon now. If you want to support DeSantis and have your cars out here, driving off cliffs or trying to park underneath a semi truck, I'm good. I'm good, bro. It's a bunch of electric cars out there, and it don't have to be a Tesla. It really doesn't. But I also realized that whatever electric car, I'm just going to try and find somebody who's not like a racist Afrikaans, who is a Republican dickhead or whatever. So I'm interested in the Lucid Air. That's a car, but I don't know much about who owns the company, so I need to do that because I'm gonna start paying attention to the shit we buy and who we buy it from, and that's another form of power we have in here. As soon as these Fed rates go down and we can buy shit again, then when we can afford to buy, then we'll buy the stuff to support our community. As soon as we're able to get the loans, yeah, because it's hard to get a loan when you're black, and then the interest rate, man. All right, well, one step at a time, guys. We'll get there together. Savage AF, yo, fuck your feelings. Facts matter. That's your show for today, all right? Dro Solo edition. That's how we get it in, man. If you're in the streets in LA today and you're looking for something to do this, man. Live at the Hollywood Laugh Factory. Shang and I are taking it over, baby. 7:30 p.m. tonight. Gonna be a great show. Gonna be a good old time. Laughfactory.com. Go check it out, man. We in the building. That's for my LA peoples here. Hollywood swinging. Tomorrow, it's going to be Thursday. Okay. We'll be here for you. 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Shang will be back. When I do this tomorrow, turn my thumb right. When I do this tomorrow, Shang will be there. And then, like, my side of the screen, I'll be like over here, and I'll do like this. And then Shang will be like here. Until then, guys. Also, I think that they're doing the third hearing tomorrow night for the tomorrow during the day. What do you call it? The January 6th committee. So we'll be looking forward to that. It was supposed to happen today, but got postponed. So check for that, and then we'll talk about it. All right, y'all. Until then, keep your finger out your goddamn nose.